Hi everyone, welcome back to Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. Today's video is all about a classic mystery, The Rittenhouse Mystery by A.A. Milne. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Alice and I have way too many books, and today I wanted to talk to you about this book which I have just finished reading for March Mystery Madness, and it's The Rittenhouse Mystery by A.A. Milne. So you may be looking at this book and thinking, A.A. Milne, but he is the author of Winnie the Pooh and When We Were Very Young. What is A.A. Milne doing writing a detective story? But I have found out from reading this book, A.A. Milne actually wrote his only mystery a few years before he started to write children's books. This book was first published in 1922. And at this time, A.A. Milne was established as a successful author of plays and novels, but this was the only mystery he ended up writing. In 1924, When We Were Very Young was published, and in 1926 came Winnie the Pooh, and his career went into children's writing. So, yeah, this book is a pretty long way from the 100 Acre Wood. So I thought that today I would give you a brief review of this classic crime book. No spoilers today. I really enjoyed my time with A.A. Milne in this book. I thought he did a really good job of writing a mystery, and I particularly liked his main character and his sort of Watson character in this. They were both excellent. A.A. Milne writes an introduction in this book in which he talks about how he wanted this to be as close to a perfect detective mystery story as possible. And to do that, he believed that his favourite version of detective stories, the actual detective would not be a policeman or an investigator professionally, they would be an amateur. And I very much agree with him that there is something great about an amateur sleuth. I do enjoy that. He also talks in the introduction about the Watson character, and you can really see the influence of Sherlock Holmes and Watson in this book, and it's clearly quite a tribute to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. The main character in this book is Anthony Gillingham, or Gillingham. I don't quite know how we're pronouncing that one, because you can pronounce that place name either way, depending on which place you're at in the UK. So I'm going to call him Anthony Gillingham. His friend is Bill Beverley, and he outright asks Bill in this book to be his Watson character, and I really loved the portrayal of their relationship, their friendly banter, and the way they worked together to sort of solve this case, the way Anthony bounced his ideas off Bill to get to like form his hypothesis. The eponymous Red House is the setting of this book, and it makes this a country house mystery, which I always enjoy. This also has a locked room element, so right from very near the beginning of the book we have a locked study and a dead body, and Anthony Gillingham happens upon the house to look for his friend Bill Beverley right at about the time that the body is about to be discovered. So he is sucked into this. He decides he wants to take on the role of amateur detective, and away we go. I really enjoyed the plot of this, but I must say that I think actually part of my enjoyment came from the fact that I feel like I solved this really early on. Now, I don't often solve a mystery, and I wouldn't say I solved every element, and I'm not going to include any spoilers, but there is one huge pivotal detail which I clocked straight away, and I was really proud of myself when it was true. And I really liked actually that in the introduction A.A. Milne talks about how a really good detective writer should allow their reader to feel like they can also collect the clues and solve the case. And I did feel that that was possible here because I did solve it. When you solve a mystery before the end, I feel like the rating of the book for you can go either way. It can make the book worse for you, or it can make the book better for you. But I really enjoyed it because I kept comparing where my mind was going to where the characters' minds were going and wondering if I was going to be right, and that kept me really enjoying this read. And it's a very short mystery. I think this is about the perfect length for a mystery, just over 200 pages. I think some of the best mysteries from this sort of 1920s, 1930s era are about 200 pages, and that's what I really like about a lot of the Agatha Christie books. I don't think they're too verbose, I don't think they are too convoluted, and I didn't think that this was too convoluted. Sometimes I find that to get a locked room mystery, an author will like really sometimes go too far-fetched. And I thought that this one, though you could definitely argue that there's some far-fetched elements, I really enjoyed them. I thought it was excellent. Anthony and Bill attempt to solve this murder. There is some English humour, there is some sort of English country house stuff, and I really like this. I think this is an excellent read. If you are fond of 1920s mysteries, I think that you would like this, and I think it is on the slightly cosier side, on the slightly more humorous side, but I really loved these two main characters that the story was focused around, that the detection was focused around, and I would have happily read like several more books with Anthony Gillingham leading the way and maybe Bill Beverley as his sidekick if A.A. Milne had chosen to write those. I'm a little bit disappointed that he didn't write any more, but this one is a nice little one anyway. This is probably considered essential reading for those who read the Golden Age of Crime. I would highly recommend it as a book to read for March Mystery Madness. And yeah, if you like your mysteries set in the UK in the 1920s, definitely give A.A. Milne a try. I also think that you would really enjoy this book if you are a fan of Sherlock Holmes, because it is a clear homage to Holmes and Watson, and although this is not set in the Victorian times, I really thought that this was a great crime-solving duo, certainly along the lines of Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. I thought that this showed that A.A. Milne is quite a talented writer. I don't think there was any trace of sort of his later children's writing in this. It was just purely and simply, for me, a fun mystery. Yeah, do let me know in the comments, have you read The Red House Mystery by A.A. Milne? Did you solve the case? If so, if you have any further recommendations for me from this sort of era of crime, I would love to hear them. Of course, my main recommendations from this time period are Agatha Christie. If there's any other authors you think I should check out for classic mysteries, let me know in the comments. If you have enjoyed this video today, please do give it a like. Please do consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope you will all join me again soon for another video all about books here on Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. Bye for now.